My name is Lina Battestilli and I work at IBM in the research division. I work with researchers from all around the world. And the particular problem that we're looking at now, it's what's called cloud computing. We're building these large data centers with 10,000, some say 50,000 or 100,000 physical servers, which is a lot of servers to put in one building. And on top of that, we are splitting up the computers into these smaller virtual computers, which means that on the same, for example, on the same laptop like I have here, we could be running 5 different computers virtually. So each one of us could have a separate computer to work on. People, anyone, can go to a big cloud computing data center and request to have one of those virtual machines so they could do their problem or they could write their program, and it all happens remotely, not right here on my laptop, but it's happening in the data center. So with this cool new way of doing computing, there's a lot of new problems that come into space. And the one that I'm focusing on is actually how to network, how to connect these computers next to each other. So for cloud computing, there's a lot of new interesting problems about the network. So I have a picture here. It shows a graph of how, for example, these computers could be connected. And this one is of the US, and we have some computers connected. One way that I use math in my job is to figure out how to go from one computer to another. How do I pick that path? There's lots of different paths to go from one computer to another, and someone has to figure that out. It's very interesting because depending on your algorithm, you could get there real fast, or you might have to take a very long path, or you have to pick a path, but then you also think a backup path in case something happens to one of the nodes in between you and where you're trying to go. So that's geometry, and unless you know geometry and you know a little bit of math, that would be a hard problem to solve. And most of the problems that I'm looking at is kind of an open problem, a new thing, and there are the tools that I have gained through my going to school and from working and from experience that I could use to try to tackle these problems.